Naveen, Ripple recently released the New Value Report for 2023. Could you talk to the audience about what the New Value Report is and what kind of data it shares?
The New Value Report is a survey of business leaders and their attitude towards cryptocurrency. And what we find is 79% of the business leaders who are surveyed are either interested or very interested in harnessing the power of cryptocurrencies in their business.
MENA was identified as a key region for crypto. Can you talk to me about the attitudes towards crypto for folks here in the Middle East and North Africa?
So first of all, MENA has always been very progressive in terms of crypto regulation, right? That gives the safety and the comfort for people to essentially adopt cryptocurrencies. The second thing is, if you look at a market like UAE or, for example, GCC, which is 6 countries here in the GCC, what you would find is 90% of the people are immigrants, which means they have moved overseas and they send money back home. So because of the remittance use case and the benefits to the remittance use case, we are seeing a higher adoption of crypto than usual.
You were talking about remittances and those benefits. What are the primary use cases that you're seeing for central bank digital currencies and stablecoins?
So specifically for central bank digital currencies, what the governments want to do is they want to digitize the economy, right? They want to increase the velocity of money in the economy itself, which essentially gets higher growth. And last thing that they want to do is they want to have financial inclusion. There are many people today who are not part of the economic system, and they want to make sure that they are covered through central bank digital currencies.
Are we seeing a lot of interest in tokenization as a whole?
So tokenization of real-world asset is definitely a big theme. Think about an illiquid asset. Think about a building in which everybody wants to participate in. But today they're not able to participate in because lots of time building is illiquid and the securities don't trade outside of the home market. Let's take a building in the UAE and a Japanese investor who wants to invest, say, 100 yen into that building is not able to. But with tokenization, they would be able to use yen to essentially make an investment in the token. And then second, they would also be able to see all the transactions on chain, which essentially brings transparency and the ability for them to buy and sell at any time. So investment and trading are the biggest use cases of tokenization, and we will see that those becoming real in very short term.
Are we seeing a lot of interest in DeFi here in the Middle East?
So our survey indicates that number of business leaders want to take advantage of DeFi, but I would say it's still in early stages. They're figuring it out, they're experimenting to say how the liquidity pools in DeFi could be useful for them. But the overall answer is yes, but more work needs to be done on multiple use cases that are being experimented with.
You touched on this before, specifically about remittances, but for payments and treasury leaders, both in the region and abroad, what are the incentives for them to use crypto in their financial flows?
So let's take a simple example, right? So there is a buyer and supplier. Both of them are based in different countries. And today, the terms are net 30. That means the buyer pays the supplier 30 days after the goods have been received. Now, today, when they make the payment, the actual money is credited into the account of the supplier only on the 33rd day. That means they lose on an average 3 days of working capital every month. This compounds to 36 days over 1 year. Now, let's assume if they were using cryptocurrencies as a bridge, the payment that the supplier will be receiving will be instant, eliminating this 36 days of wasteful working capital that today they have to bear with, which essentially means that they can be 10% more productive in their business by eliminating this and receiving the money on the 30th day when it is sent by the buyer. And that's the power of cryptocurrencies that the businesses would like to harness.
For the region that you lead here, MENA, the Middle East and North Africa, there's been a lot of interest in crypto. Can you talk about the temperature here for crypto, the adoption of crypto in the Middle East?
Yeah, absolutely. So firstly, Middle East always had progressive regulations around crypto. So if you look at specifically the UAE, it already has enabling regulation. It has a virtual asset specific regulator that's helping with the adoption of cryptocurrencies itself. Every day, I get phone calls from multiple countries around the world for Web3 entrepreneurs who wants to move to the UAE and call it their home. And this is what we are seeing. We are seeing entrepreneurs, we are seeing money, we are seeing enabling regulation, and that's what's making the Middle East the hotbed for cryptocurrencies and entrepreneurship around it.